Richard Rudd, he says that awakening is a series of softenings. And you sent me a screenshot of a passage that was channeled that was talking about sensitivity and how sensitivity is aliveness. In the channeling, it said there was two distinctions between a sensitive person. There's the proactive sensitive person that seeks to ensure that what is occurring in the external is in support of what is in the internal. And then the masterful sensitive person seeks to ensure that what is occurring in the internal is supporting the external.
Being aware of and selective about your environment, let's say, might look like someone who is on their personal growth path and they're aware that they are worth being in environments that are supportive, conducive to well-being, inspiring. You can set boundaries. You can choose who you want to hang out with. You can work in a job that you love. You can choose to live in a country that you enjoy being in. You have the ability to design so much more of your reality than we have been taught, I think, to believe and to allow ourselves to step into. So I think that is a really pivotal stage in claiming our power and knowing that as sensitives, when we feel out of alignment, that's just feedback and we can do something about it. So for example, if I don't feel good in the house that I'm living in, I can choose to live in a new environment. If I'm feeling unfulfilled or drained by the work that I'm doing, I can look at that and I can do something about it. The next level beyond that is to recognize that ultimately, no matter what is going on around you, no matter where you live, no matter what work you're doing, no matter what people you find yourself around, there is an internal experience that's happening that you also have more control over than we've been taught. And how you are relating to what is going on around you is going to be influenced by your level of self-awareness, the stories that you tell yourself, the level of groundedness that you feel in your own system, and even how you relate to sensations. Often what we are resisting in life is not a situation, but a sensation. As I started to practice, particularly Vipassana meditation, which is really focused on tracking sensations, I started to see and feel that all sensations are temporary. And the things that I judged as wrong or unbearable, if I could just be with it for a bit, it would start to change. So for example, pain in an area, if you go into it rather than trying to resist it, force it to change, denying it, avoiding it, if you go in and you get curious, it actually starts to break apart, transform, and reveal new information. And from there, that gives rise to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And so in Vipassana, there are practices or ideas like practicing equanimity. The Arcturians have played a really key role in teaching me about neutrality. To be equanimous and to be neutral are actually very similar. The more as a sensitive person that I practice being neutral and equanimous while remaining engaged and in my aliveness, the more empowered I feel. And how many of us are used to living in a perpetual state of judgment? We're going like ding dong, binary back and forth. This is good, this is bad. I like this, I don't like this. This is right, this is wrong. And when we come into that equanimous, neutral space, there is room for, oh, this is happening. And now this is happening. And I am the experiencer and I am the observer. And I have choices here. That the human experience is absolutely going to bring pain and suffering, and some terrible things, are happening all over the world right now and have happened for individuals. Like, I can speak for myself that I've had some really traumatic experiences happen in my life. And this practice doesn't take away from that. It actually really gives you your power back. But it does require a dissolution of the story that you're a victim and that you're separate from the intelligence of creation.